absolutely critical intelligence.
He was Mukhtar, right?
No, he told us who Mukhtar was.
Right. No, I'm saying like he was the guy that got you him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. There were two things that he gave us that were so important.
Now, this is one thing, and it'll come up in a few minutes here when we get to it. But like when you were later giving the ABC interview, the infamous ABC interview that ended up causing all the problems for you, you said something like you said in a very John Kiriakou way, but something along the lines of, yeah, he held out so long it took him 30 seconds before the waterboarding got to him. But as it turned out, allegedly, they waterboarded this guy like 85 times
83
or something.
times.
Yeah.
83 times. There's a story there.
What's the story?
Well, when he arrived at the secret site, and listen, the media have reported.
You just can't say where.
I can't say because the CIA has never confirmed the location of these sites. But all you have to do is Google CIA secret sites, and they all pop right up.
Yep. North Africa, Poland, fucking. There's a long one. People can Google it.
Yeah. So they took him to the site. It took him about 6 weeks to recover from the gunshots, and Ali Soufan, an FBI agent, was assigned to interrogate him. Again, 9/11 was an open criminal investigation.
So FBI has precedent?
FBI had primacy, even though this was overseas. So normally the CIA has primacy overseas, the FBI has primacy domestically, but the FBI had this.
You love that.
It killed people at headquarters. It killed them. God, they hated it. But I genuinely like and respect Ali. And I did when we were in Pakistan. You know, at the FBI, Ali was not an FBI agent. He was an FBI translator. And so as a translator, he topped out at GS-12. And FBI agents go up to GS-15 and then the senior executive service. So he was treated as a second-class citizen at the FBI. Undeservedly so. He was brilliant. And he was really good at what he did.
He came up under John O'Neill.
He came up under John O'Neill. Yeah. Exactly. And listen, if you can work under John O'Neill and thrive, then you're somebody special.
Yeah.
So after 6 weeks, Ali began to interrogate him. And I've said in other podcasts, I have to admit that the FBI is just really, really good at interrogations. They've been doing this since the Nuremberg trials of 1945 and 1946. They're just really good at it. They establish a rapport with the subject, and they do that by being kind and offering a cup of coffee or a cigarette or an orange, or if you're really good, a piece of paper and a pencil that you can write to your parents.
Oh.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yep, send it to the Red Cross, and they deliver it. So Ali established this rapport with Abu Zubaydah, and Abu Zubaydah began, after a period of 4, 5, 6 weeks, began to open up. And he gave us absolutely critical intelligence.
He was Mukhtar, right?
No, he told us who Mukhtar was.
Right. No, I'm saying like he was the guy that got you him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. There were two things that he gave us that were so important.
Yeah, stay with the mic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There were two things that he gave us that were so important. One was the al-Qaeda wiring diagram. We just didn't have any idea how this organization was set up. We knew there was bin Laden, there was Zawahiri, and then we just didn't know. So we asked him, how are operations determined? Like, who comes up with the idea to do a bombing here or an assassination there or whatever? And he explained it to us, that these are highly compartmentalized individual cells. So if you're in London, you have no idea what the Paris people are doing. You don't even know if there are Paris people. You don't know what their names are. You don't know what their operations are they're going to do. And
they're running it like an intelligence organization.
Exactly like an intelligence organization. If you don't have a need to know, you don't know.
Yeah.
So Ali said to him, as an example, it's an example I use all the time, if you were going to do an operation in Dusseldorf, how would you do that? And he said, oh, there's this guy, Muhammad. And here's Muhammad's cell phone number. And Muhammad's got a cousin, Abdullah. And Abdullah has access to weapons. And Abdullah's got a friend, Rashid. He lives nearby, and he has access to explosives. So then we could go to the Germans and say, you have a serious problem in Dusseldorf, and you need to grab these guys. And then they bust down the door that night, and they grab these guys. So now there's no attack in Dusseldorf. So that's what he gave us. And then he was talking about Mukhtar. Mukhtar was the mastermind of the 9/11 attacks. We had no idea what his true identity was. We knew that there was this really bad guy out there named Mukhtar who was operational since at least 1996.
And how did you originally find out about him?
Yeah, we found out about him through the Philippines. He was planning an operation called the Bojinka operation. And the plan was to hijack as many as 14 747s out of Manila Airport and fly them into 14 buildings up and down the west coast of the United States.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we knew he was al-Qaeda. We knew his nom de guerre was Mukhtar. And we knew that he was serious, dangerous. We had no idea who he was. Now, he went out one day. He left his apartment one day, apparently to get, lunch or whatever. And a cleaning lady went into the apartment to clean and saw all these plans and maps and pictures and said, this looks like a terrorist attack. So she calls the cops.
This is in 96.
96. She calls the cops. Cops come and they say, holy shit, this looks like a terrorist attack. We better call the Philippine intelligence service. They come and they say, ooh, we better call the CIA. And so we take all this information. We're like, this could have been epically bad, but we don't know who this guy is. And Abu Zubaydah actually laughed and said, you don't know who Mukhtar is? And Ali said, no. And he said, he's Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
Oh, he just gave it right up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We had never heard that name before. So everybody's going nuts at headquarters, doing name traces on Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. And lo and behold, they see that he was educated in North Carolina. And he lived with an American family, like as an exchange student.
What happened to him? How did he become this guy?
He said later that what radicalized him was news video of an Israeli soldier with his boot on the neck of a Palestinian woman.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.